Got my Baja packed up. Let's go drive it. Got it all loaded up, ready to go. Alrighty, I got everything loaded up and I'm headed out to try to find a pretty good spot to see what this Baja's got. I haven't changed anything as far as gearing from the last time. It's still the MGM 463 with a LMT 3080 motor on 12S. This is at the church. I wheeled it off. It's about a football field, almost to that tree right there from the corner I started at. And we're up a little bit, as you can see the elevation's up. There's a gravel lot here too. You could probably go right up that hill right there. On the gravel, probably move pretty good, but it'd spin. The grass isn't too high. I'm about to walk and see how wet it is. So the grass is still a little wet. You can see my shoes. I just walked around it just a little bit to see how wet it is. But I don't think it'll be a big issue. I'm gonna get my stuff out, get everything ready, and then see what we got. So my finger's in the camera, but we're here, and here's the Baja, and I'm about to get it out and get everything ready. My 7PXR. Always make sure your batteries are good and charged in your radio. You don't want to have any kind of voltage issues, signal dropping. So now I'm gonna hook my batteries up. I've got two 6,000 milliamp 6S batteries for 12S. They work really good. I really like the Z batteries. All right, looks like we got everything set up. Everything's good. Waiting on the GPS to connect. Load all the way, which it's about halfway. It'll be done in just a second. Then we'll fire this thing up. Alrighty, there's the GPS. We're gonna reset it. We're gonna start the timer. So now it's reading. Turn it on. We're ready. So I'm gonna ride it around over here in this gravel lot for a minute. Just kind of get everything moving around. I've got these BRP Super Spikes. Really like the way they work. If you have BRPs, you already know they're about the best out there. So we're gonna ride this thing around for a minute, and then we're gonna move on to the bigger field. Slow motion burnout. So I drive it into the field, and the grass is pretty wet. It's not as wet as last time. And I'm coming around, and I hit something. Damn, why'd I do that? So I just had a pretty bad accident, which didn't look like a bad accident until I got to the car because the battery's unplugged. I'm going back out here now to try to find my cat pack, and then I'll be headed home to assess the damage. One and a half hours later. So I guess part of this, the reason I'm looking for this cat pack still is because I didn't do things like I usually do. And I usually check where I'm driving pretty good. And you know, this don't look bad, you know. It could be better, but like, you see that hole? And that hole, and that hole. I didn't see these. And this is, one of these is what I hit that got my car cartwheeling. And once it started cartwheeling, well then, you know, after that, it's either, you're either lucky, here's another hole, you're either lucky or you're, you know, not lucky. And I kind of consider myself lucky, but I'm looking for a cat pack still. If I find this cat pack, then I'll be okay. Well, about 2 hours. Found it laying in the grass, plain as day. I left and came back. Went and got a drink. Came back. And there it is. Alright, so I found the cat pack. The car's not totaled, but it's fucked up. Messed up. I was going across the field, not very fast. The grass was too wet and it was too tall to really get it. So I was just kind of driving it. And all of a sudden it just, boom, cartwheeled. And after going out there and looking, there are these holes in the ground out there. I don't know from what. But it just landed perfect on the nose and bent the nose up, and landed perfect on the ass end and bent the ass end up, and pitched the cat pack out of it, which after about 2 hours, hour and a half, I found the cat pack. And everything else is, I guess, just, you know, King Motor aluminum, the cheap aluminum. So build it back better, you know. We'll get it. I'll get it home, and we'll get a dang assessment. See y'all then. Well, it turns out it ain't as bad as I thought it was going to be. There are a couple pieces that are mangled that's going to have to be replaced, but nothing crazy. All my electronics are good, which is hard to believe. And I pretty much recovered everything, so we gotta, hold on, I'll show you. Strip down. Excuse me. So this brace, these two braces were bent forward, and this top plate was bent up. Basically these pieces. I flattened out the one, and I could flatten out that one, and I could probably flatten out that, but I'm just gonna buy some better pieces. Well, that's pretty much it for today. That covers everything of pretty much what happened. Here's another shot of the car right now. And here are the pieces I gotta replace. The two top plates, front and rear, and the two side braces. My ESC and my motor, everything's good. One thing you gotta remember is, when you're driving these things, you're gonna wreck them. Stuff's gonna happen, and you just kinda gotta move forward. If it's something that, when something happens like that, and it's the end of the world, well, you just kind of pick pieces up and move on. Get me new stuff and try it again. And that's all you can do. So y'all have a good night. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.